Now, I debated whether or not I should even mention this. It was either this or the Roman Reigns getting hit in the head with a briefcase story as this week's non-story that got blown up into a story. More of you seem interested in my thoughts on this, so I'll be brief. Roddy Piper's funeral took place in Portland this past week, and it should have been about Roddy Piper. But unfortunately, it ended up being about Triple H and Chyna. And you could put the blame on Sean Waltman, I guess, since he's the one who went on Twitter and brought it up. I doubt anybody would have found out about any of this had he not said anything. But he did, and according to Waltman, who was not there, by the way, he was not in attendance, but according to Waltman, Chyna was in attendance. She did not crash the funeral as he originally thought. He did correct himself later and apologize. He said that she was invited to be there, which she was. And while there, she, and this is his word, she bum-rushed Triple H, I guess after the service was over, to apologize to him for everything. Now, I know that Chyna and Waltman have had their public spats. He's not exactly a completely unbiased, independent source of information on this. But I don't see him just making stuff up out of thin air here. You know, plus, the guy is best friends with Triple H. So if he got this information from anywhere, I mean, come on, put two and two together. Where do you think he got this from? When all that stuff went down on the Opie show, he came out of that. I thought Waltman did, sounding a hell of a lot more credible than she did. She sounded like a complete train wreck. He even offered to take a lie detector test, which she didn't want to do. She just wanted to move on. And think about how ridiculous that is. You go on a radio show and you accuse someone of raping you, which is what she did with Waltman. She accused him of rape. And then you get called out on it, and the other person offers to come down and take a lie detector test. You turn around and you say, oh, it's in the past. I just want to move on. No, you don't get to do that. You do not get to do that. So, Chyna, now, for her part, she responded to all this. She posted a YouTube video on her channel. It's like 2 minutes long. And she said she didn't bum rush Triple H. She said, and I quote, she calmly wrapped her arms around him and whispered in his ear how deeply sorry she was for anything that she said under emotional distress after everything that she's been through. This is the same man that she accused of physically assaulting her. Now she wants to say sorry and blame it on her state of mind. She makes herself out to be the victim, and now she wants to say sorry. She also happens to be filming a documentary. So I'm sure this will make for some great drama on that movie whenever it comes out. Just like she popped up in the lobby of Titan Tower to take a picture, and she posted it online to make everybody think she was there for some kind of meeting with WWE. Ooh, Chyna. Chyna's meeting with WWE. There was no meeting. Anybody could walk into a lobby. I could put on a kangaroo costume and walk into the lobby of WWE headquarters and take a picture. It'll be at least 90 seconds before they throw me out on the street. This woman is a train wreck. She needs to stay out of the spotlight. Just lay low, live her life, and not worry about making up with Triple H and WWE and getting closure with Triple H and WWE. The way I look at it, when you start lobbing accusations that probably have no merit, you're lobbing these accusations of people. They raped me, they assaulted me. You lose your right to closure at that point. I don't blame them at all for not wanting to have anything to do with this woman. And I defended her. I defended her when Triple H gave the whole Google excuse on Austin's podcast for why they can't put her in the Hall of Fame, which I thought was nonsense when you have Tammy Sitch in there doing that wrestling vixen stuff. And yes, I know that wasn't hardcore porn, but where do you draw the line on who goes in and who doesn't? I think I even said on that podcast, I said, is it penetration? I guess penetration is the dividing line. So I defended her. I defended her place in the Attitude Era and the contributions that she made to the company and the money that she made them and everything. We hadn't heard from her in years. She was over in Japan. I think she was teaching, whatever the hell she was doing over there, until Austin asked that question on the podcast, and then ever since then, she's been nothing but a total embarrassment. I wouldn't return her calls either. I mean, let's be real here. I mean, this woman's story probably ain't going to have a happy ending. And if I'm WWE, I want to stay as far away from that as possible. You don't get to make accusations like that and then turn around and play kiss and make up. That's not how it works.